those dunks at the end of the first half for your first buckets of the game. Did you feel like that kind of got you going and gave you some momentum heading into the second half?
It helped. For me, I think it's going to be a few games, just getting that in-game flow back. No matter how much I work out, train, play pickup, it's nothing like a real NBA game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking to last year when you guys beat Brooklyn. I mean, it's a really nice win for you guys tonight. Like, I mean, this is your fifth year. Like, what can you just say about, like being really consistent because the NBA season is so long, and I guess the importance of that?
Like as a team?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, the teams that win the championship, they're consistent and great with the small things on a day-to-day basis. So if we can get to a championship level with, like, the small things, I think we got a good chance.
What'd you think about Matt Ryan in the second quarter?
Yeah. I'm glad he was with us this time, not against us.
And just what was the key for you in the second half, just finding your shot more consistently and just finding areas where you could attack?
One, I got to give Jaren his respect, and I think it actually worked out for me just playing against, the defensive player of the year in the first game, and just kind of feeling out like how he's gonna jump for shots, how certain teams will try to guard me. So the second half was more so just kind of feeling the game out.
And you guys have talked all camp about wanting to get more threes up as a team. Just what did you think about the job you were able to do with that tonight?
Before I answer that, I got to look at them numbers. I don't want to say something that we get in film and he say we didn't take enough, so I would have to look at the numbers first.
And you mentioned going up against Jaren. You did get him that one time. Where would you put that on some of your favorites so far?
It's up there. Just off the strength that he's Defensive Player of the Year. And, he got my shot a few times. But like I said, I think the universe just kind of lined that up for me in the sense of playing against a great shot blocker like that in the first game.
And it looked like a couple of times you got frustrated with no calls, maybe a loose handle here and there. And then Coach Green talking about it's going to take some time. It's a process. It's not all going to come together in the first game. Talked about a little bit of that. Can you just expound on maybe how you dealt with the frustrations and how the teammate picked you up?
Realistically, dealing with the frustration is telling myself that I'm not going to get that call. Just realistically, in that moment, that's the only thing that really can get you through. Just telling yourself that you're not going to get that call, so I got to figure out another route to either score or get the best look.
The dunks always get the attention, but you had that step back right there at the free throw line, a little mid-range. It kind of looked like B.I. You just talked about how you got to show more of your game tonight. How it made you feel?
That was great. It's there. Now, like you said, I just got to consistently show it. I think that'll definitely open up the game for me a lot more.
Zion, kind of a two-part question, but you and Ja obviously have been in the league 5 years now, same draft class, both from South Carolina. How disappointing is it to not get to face him again?
It's unfortunate. I always like competing against Ja. That's my brother. We go back since them SC days, and knowing Ja, he gonna come back to the court better than ever.
And I know, obviously, like you said, he's going through his struggles right now, but the kid you played AAU ball with back in the day, what do you recall about him off the court? What was that guy like?
The kid back then and then the man now. Both of them are great dudes. I don't have anything negative to say about Ja. I never will. That's my brother. We all live and we learn, and I can't wait to see him back on the court.
How big was CJ tonight, some of the shots he did?
Whenever we needed a bucket, especially a bucket to kind of extend the lead, he was just there. That was big for us.
Just on Ja, have you spoken to him recently? Had any kind of words of wisdom?
I'll let Ja decide if you want to tell y'all that.
Ricky Jordan Hawkins, first game tonight. How did you assess his game? Assess his confidence?
Hawk gonna be all right. Hawk he up there with Trey. He just got to show it a little bit more, but Hawk up there with Trey for sure. I mean, not even just for him shooting, just the defensive energy, and just making those small plays. I think that's big for confidence, especially in your first NBA game.
Focusing back on the win, at least it's a win. Coach said it was easier to teach off of a win than a loss, keeps the morale low. They made a little bit of run there in the fourth quarter, but you come in and finished out the game 12, 13 straight points. What was the conversation in the huddle before that run, and then obviously what was the locker room like getting this kind of win after the off season and the narratives and everything else that's went through with this team?
The conversation, coach just kind of looked at me and B and said, this is your time. Go out there and make it happen. And I feel like we did. And as far as the conversation in the locker room, I mean, like you said, a lot of things we could have did better, but, I mean, that saying winning cures everything. It still always does feel good to leave with a win.
What the key is to get some of the turnovers under control as well?
I think that's just players getting the feel for the game, learning a new style of offense. I think those things we'll fix over time. Hopefully sooner than later.
Thanks,
Bro, have a good night.